Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The recitation continues from Tilang Mahalla Panjwa, composition of the fifth Nanak, Guru Arjan, in the Rag Tilang. The first stanza is read as follows. Tudh Bin Duja nahi koi, तू करतार करें सो होए, तेरा जोर तेरी मन टेक, सदा सदा जप नानक एक. The literal rendition would read, apart from you, Tudh Bin, there is no other, Duja nahi koi, you are Kartar. Now I have added a little qualifier to Kartar, the creative source of all form. Tu Kartar, as you do or as you shape, kare, so it is, so it appears, so hoy. Your sovereignty holds sway, tera jor. You are the mind's ground and support, teri man teri take. And then the injunction, O Nanak, always abide in awareness of that one. Sada, sada, jap Nanak ek. Now there are some words here that we need to really unpack to understand this Shabad a little better, I think, than the usual translations. The first line uses tudh, you. Second person, it's deliberate because what is being addressed here, tudh, is essentially unnameable. And then it is associated with the term duja, the other. In Gurbani, duja refers to the ego, symbolizes the ego or the world of phenomena. So what is being said here is that the ego does not exist apart from this unsayable, unknown one. It establishes that nothing moves, nothing changes, nothing exists outside of this singular source of existence that Guru Arjan is calling Tudh. So here is a complete dismantling of the premise of duality. Simply put, there is no other. Now we come to Tu Kartar Kare So Hoye. It now, Guruji has named this unknown as Kartar in this stanza. It would be worth our while to unpack the semantic roots of Kartar because they would reveal a nuanced layer to our understanding. In Indo-European and Sanskrit etymology, Kartar shares a root with Kard, the Punjabi knife, which in turn shares the ultimate root with Krit, which literally means to cut, to detach, or to divide. And from this exact root, we get the term Kartari or Kartar. Kartari is used for scissors. It's also used for knife. So when we apply this to that unknowable, unsayable one, this is a quality, karta. It is creating boundaries. So the act of creation is fundamentally an act of differentiation, cutting an infinite, formless expanse into distinct, defined shapes and forms. So Kartar is the dimension of the Nirgun through which Sargun is created. So we have to be careful. The Creator is not standing apart. This is the misconception or error that we make in general translation. We often think of a creator if we use Kartar as a creator, only as someone that builds. But the act of cutting, here that one is not creating something by adding material, creation, but by dividing itself, swabhang, into a spectrum of distinct forms. So we are looking at cuts of duality in order to recognize the singular uncut fabric of reality. So we need to keep that in mind. The creator is not somebody standing apart. It is in fact swabhang. It's cutting itself. And the same with jor. Tera jor, teri mantek. Jor is almost universally translated as power, might, or force. Now, in the English language, these words carry connotations that don't quite fit in because they have connotations of brute strength, of physical coercion, of ego-driven control. So I have chosen to use the word sovereignty because jor also carries the meaning of jurisdiction with it. So this is the jurisdiction, and it is the sovereign that holds sway over its own jurisdiction. So it is that cosmic power, but it is not power that is not ordered. And then jap is one of those words where the standard pitfall in most translations, which flatten it into chanting or muttering. I mean, just the very logic of this line would say you couldn't be doing this sada sada. So I have chosen to frame it around awareness, realization. What is the realization? The realization is that the unnameable, the unknowable, is known to us through Kartar, through its differentiation property. It differentiates itself so that we can conceive of the unknown. In the Rahau, Sab Upar Par Brahm Datar, presiding above all is Par Brahm. This unknowable, unsayable is being called Par Brahm here, the Absolute. Datar, benefactor, the one who gives. It is, what is it giving? It is giving us its own revelation. Its own revelation of which we are a part. And therefore, teri tek tera aadhar, it becomes our support and our foundation. So it begins with third person, sab upar par brahm, and then moves, shifts to second person. You are the support and you are the foundation. This is the way we encounter the unknown. The second stanza after the Rahau, you are, hai tu hai, and you are what will be. Tu hobanhar, tu hai, tu hobanhar. You are unimaginable, agam, unfathomable, agad. You are the summit, Uch, and you are boundless, apar. Agam, agad, Uch, apar. And those whose awareness abides in you, jo tud seva, they are relieved of fear and suffering, existential fear. Tin pao dukh nahi, jo tud seva, tin pao dukh nahi. This consciousness, the Guru says, Guru Prasad Nanak Gun Gahe. They come to embody this consciousness because of the benefactor Guru. That is how this comes about. And once that comes about, this is the experience that is being described in the third stanza. Jo dise sotera roop, all that is perceived is your form. Now remember, we talked about kartar as revealing forms. It is actually cutting itself to reveal its various forms. And the forms, in its forms, it is incomparable. Gun Govind, Gun Nidan Govind Anup. It is a treasure trove of virtue, qualities, which are incomparable, cannot be counted. And simar, simar, simar jan soe, Jan, the devotee whose consciousness is turned, it stays attuned to this one. And this Nanak karam parapata hoye, this is a gift of grace. Whatever you see is your form. Guruji is not saying whatever is beautiful or whatever is holy or whatever belongs to a specific tradition. The statement is open, unrestricted. Jo dise, whatever appears. And what this is doing is, it is denying the division of reality into sacred and profane. This is good, this is bad, this is an adversary, this is a stranger, this is a friend. No, all of that is overlooked. All Roop is the same Govind. So keep this recognition alive. Simmer, simmer, simmer. Against our habitual tendency to see only surfaces. We only see good, bad, ugly, friendly, enemy, so on and so forth. Guruji is saying no. Everything is Govind. And this is a radical way of looking at things. In conclusion, to those who abide in this awareness, this one awareness, jin japaya, again, japaya, not with the tongue, but with the tongue of awareness. To them, the Guru says, I am a sacrifice. This kaun balihar. In their association, this ka sang, the mind swims across the world ocean. Tare sansar. What does swimming across really mean? It means the consciousness of the mind has changed. It has transcended what is on the surface of the ocean. The eyes of awareness, he says, Kaho Nanak, Prab Locha Pur. Locha means to see the Prab self everywhere, the Master everywhere. That awareness is now part of my consciousness. And Sant Jana ki Pachon Tur, Sant Jana ki Pachon Tur, tutelage of the awakened minds is how I have translated this, because the dust of the feet literally makes no sense. But it does imply being at the feet of awakened minds, learning from them. The Guru teaches you. It cleanses the eyes of your perception. Santa Janaki Pachotur. Under their tutelage, the eyes of awareness now see that unknowable, that unsayable of the first stanza, who is the Kartar, who is differentiating itself, it is disclosing itself to my awareness. That is the experience that we are having and should be having. So don't look at the world through your petty little ego. Open that aperture. Open that lens. Those eyes. Cleanse them. Expand them. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa. Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.